Today we are going to explore the Feria de Tristan Narvaja, one of the largest open-air street markets in Uruguay and one of the largest in Latin America. Buenos dias, lovers. I hope life is treating you kindly today. Yo, yo, yo. Today we have an action-packed episode. It's time for one of my favorite video series. It's Market Madness. That's right, it's Street Food Sunday, baby. And we are right here in Montevideo, Uruguay for their Sunday market. So maybe you're asking, what are we gonna find at this market? Pretty much anything you can think of. Clothing, household good, vegetables, dairy products, groceries, knickknacks, antiques, junk, more junk, kids' toys, kitchen supplies, bathroom supplies, odds, ends, and everything in between. Just like all my other Market Madness and street food videos, I'm going to show you the price in both the local currency as well as USD so you can understand the cost of eating abroad. I'm on a very limited budget today, so I want to make every single bite count. I've only got 1,100 Uruguayan pesos left in my pocket before I have to leave for a new country tomorrow. That translates to about $26 USD. So we're talking street food, we're talking an open air market. I should be able to get a lot of food for $26, but let's see how much we can really get, eh? You definitely can't come to Uruguay without trying Torta Frita. This is essentially fried bread dough, but what makes it different here is that they use lard, so it's a lot more like a biscuit and definitely a lot more fatty. Look at the size of this thing. This was 30 Uruguayan pesos, so only about 72 cents USD. Massive, pow! Okay. Oh, this is actually really tasty. It surpassed my expectations. It really reminds me of like a traditional Mexican fry dough. Yeah, what to say about it? But I think if you were to put some like dulce de leche or some Nutella or some marmalade on it, it would be a killer breakfast snack. Yeah. Really digging it. This was like the underdog, most surprising tasty dish of the day. Yo, this market is an absolute vibe. Maybe it's because it's Sunday, maybe because people are surrounded by delicious food, but the energy in the streets is amazing. Everyone has a giant smile on their face. Every single vendor I've interacted with has greeted me kindly, politely. They've asked what I'm doing. They're always curious about the camera. No one's had any issues with me taking pictures of them, and there's just an overall feeling of happiness all through the streets, and I hope that translates to this video, and I hope you're just as happy watching as these people are here. Hola! See, everybody's so happy. The selection of stuff here is so eclectic and crazy. I mean, what do you need? An old Alfred Hitchcock novel? They got it. A box filled with random gems. Boom, you're in luck. Maybe you need a broken watch. They've got a lot of those too. Maybe you need some pants that are 6 sizes too small. They've definitely got those. Or maybe you just need a universal remote from 1986. Well, you better believe they've got that too. Since the Feria is part farmer's market, I gotta talk a little bit about the vegetables. Not only do they look super fresh and colorful, but the prices I've seen in the market here are much less expensive than I've found in the grocery stores around here. So, if you want to get the cheapest price on vegetables and fruits, the Feria is the place to go. This was only 100 Uruguayan pesos, or about $2.40 in US dollars. Massive piece of fried fish here. I could smell the fish grease like half a mile away when I got to the market. I was like, ooh, where's that coming from here? Looks really crispy. We've got some lettuce, tomato in there. They also took some sort of like a vinaigrette or some sort of like seasoning sauce and poured that over as well. And then of course we got a little dab of mayonnaise on there, because what is a fish sandwich without some mayonnaise? Here we go, pow! Oh yeah. Big, thick fish. Wow, good flavor. Nice and crispy batter on the outside. I'm really digging the fish flavor. It's very subtle, it's weak, it's not super strong, it's not really fishy. Okay, like right here, check it out. We've got a cell phone graveyard. Essentially, they've got BlackBerries. Any phone that was made before 2003 looks like it's resting on that blanket right there. So you truly can get anything here. I truly have never been to a flea market like this. There's a lot of vendors that literally have just like opened out their suitcase on the street, and whatever's inside you get to pick through and choose what you want. So I've seen a lot of like secondhand clothes, and just such strange stuff. I mean, we're talking old comic books here. If you're really into thrifting or something like that, or antiquing, I'm sure you're definitely gonna find some things here that are probably worth money, and the people selling them just don't know the value. Like who knows how much this comic book with a Superman and Hawkwoman is worth. I've never even heard of Hawkwoman. All right, I found what may be my favorite non-food stall here at the market. It's what I like to call the Universal Remote Museum. They've got hundreds, maybe even thousands of Universal remotes here, all stacked up. I think I can identify that one from my parents' living room back in the 80s, right over there. But again, you probably don't need a Universal remote, but if you do, this is definitely the place to go. Literally right next to the fried fish stand was a vendor selling street tacos and then pizzas. A little too early in the morning for a pizza for me. I might come back later and finish the day off because they looked super, super tasty. However, I decided to go with a classic beef taco, taco de carne. Oh, this looks super, super tasty. He had it on the griddle extra long, it seems, so I can tell it's gonna be piping hot. Tortilla shell on the outside looks perfectly crispy and tasty. Looks like we've got some beef in there as well as some onions. Enough chatting. Pow! That's a really, really tasty taco. Super simple. The only ingredients are beef and onions, but the onions give the taco a really nice sweetness overall. The beef, incredibly juicy, super, super tender. It's just some straight up, like, definitely fall off the bone beef. I wish it had just a little sauce to it. I didn't see an area where you could add like picante or anything like that. It's just missing a little bit of spice and maybe a little bit of cheese too. It's super, super tasty. This, just like the fried fish sandwich, was only 100 Uruguayan pesos, or about $2.40 USD. This market is way bigger than I expected. I was told that it was only about 6 blocks long, but actually it looks like it goes down a few different streets and pathways as well. So almost to the point where I've kind of gotten lost because you can go left, right, down, up to see more of the market, but we're just gonna keep following our nose. The market opens at 9 a.m. and goes until about 3 in the afternoon. I got here just at about 9:30, and as you can see, it's already starting to get pretty packed. I've been told that you should avoid midday if you don't like the crowds. That's why I got here nice and early to try to get as much food before the real crowds start to amass. I think one of the most popular items that people are buying at the market is cheese, otherwise known as queso here in Latin America. All over you see these giant, like, they almost look like food trucks, but they're all selling a variety of cheeses. I've seen a bunch of just regular stalls on the street too, selling white cheeses, yellow cheeses. Cheese is big time business in this country. We've now worked our way into the home goods section. There's really no rhyme or reason to the market, but all these stalls seem to have things like shower heads, rubbish bins. They've got a bunch of like miscellaneous tools, sockets, screwdrivers, things of that nature. Things for the kitchen, got some pictures, blah, blah, blah. All this talk about stuff in the kitchen though, it's got me hungry, so let's go find our next bite. I love the testament to the human spirit at markets like this. If there's a free piece of real estate, people will find a way to sell on it. People have blankets laid out on the street. They're pushing carts of stuff as well and just walking around if they can't find a place on the street to post up their setup. These people will find a way to sell no matter what. Another popular item at the market is socks. When I was in Argentina and just for the few days I spent in Uruguay, anytime someone would come up to me on the street and try to solicit me, they'd either be trying to sell me Kleenex, masks, or socks. I guess those are essentials in this day and age, but for whatever reason, the street sock salesmen are very prevalent in both countries. You can never have enough socks, I guess. As with any street market all over the world, you're gonna find your fair share of knockoff clothes. Don't buy them. The quality is super, super low. I mean, if you really want Air Jordan, don't settle for Air Jonathan. That taco and that fish sandwich got me thirsty, so luckily I was able to find a fresh squeezed orange juice stand. Make sure you say sin azucar, no sugar. The oranges don't need any more sugar in this part of the world. This was about 60 Uruguayan pesos, just about $1.40 USD. Cheers. Oh yeah, baby. Oh yeah, baby. A little bit of pulp in there. super smooth, not incredibly sweet. I swear, the orange juice you get in the grocery store, like back in the United States, super sweet, pump full of sugar, pump full of God knows what. This, straight from the orange, all natural, delicious. Would definitely sip it again. Since coming to Argentina and Uruguay, I've been absolutely addicted, dare I say obsessed, with choripan. If you don't know what a choripan is, it's essentially a chorizo sandwich that's been grilled, split in half, and then put on a toasted bun with chimichurri. Now, this one's got some lettuce, tomato, onions. I'm also seeing a little bit of sauce. I also asked for picante, and I think they put maybe 1 or 2 other sauces on there. There might have been a mayonnaise on there as well. The sauces were coming fast and furious. This was 150 Uruguayan pesos, or about $3.80, so the most expensive item we've had on our street food tour today, but just judging by the size of it, this is one of the biggest choripans I've had. I think it's definitely going to be worth it. Pow! A very different flavor compared to some of the choripans that I've had. I can't quite describe what flavor it is in the beef. It almost has more of a hot dog flavor to it than a traditional chorizo flavor. Not sure if I really like that. Let's give it a second bite to make sure. I gotta keep it 100 with y'all. Not my favorite choripan. The bun is gigantic, just a little too much bread for the amount of sausage in there. But overall, I just really don't like the flavor of the choripan. It's kind of got a weird, like sour taste to it as well. So yeah, I gotta recommend you either skip the choripan or perhaps find a different choripan stand. This one, just not for me, y'all. I've now stumbled upon an entire street just dedicated to food trucks, but I gotta be careful with my choices because I'm starting to run low on pesos. I don't know about y'all, we've had a lot of savory things, we've had a lot of meaty things, we've had a lot of cheesy things, but we haven't had a lot of sweet things yet. So I think I'm gonna try to find some dessert. All right, the sweet treat has been acquired, and I'm super stoked because it's something that I've never had in my life. This is chicha. What is chicha? Chicha is a Venezuelan rice drink that seems very similar to horchata. I got one here that is like traditional in Uruguay. It's made with dulce de leche and condensed milk. And then they also threw in some like chocolate sprinkles as well as some rainbow sprinkles as well. This was about 130 Uruguayan pesos, or just about $3.25. Pow! Oh my God. Oh my God. It's too good. It's too good. It's too sweet. It's too fatty, but all in a good way. Wow, 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 wow. This is just like ice cream. It's just like helado. Oh, and there's some nice ice chips in it as well. Super, super cool. If you can't tell, today is absolutely boiling hot. This is the perfect treat to wind down the day with. I really, really love it. It's like horchata mixed with vanilla ice cream, mixed with that delicious dulce de leche. Wow, I'm like in a state of shock right here. I'm gonna be in a state of like a diabetic coma if I finish this whole thing. The amount of sugar in it is insane, but so good. I'm an absolute fiend for horchata, and now I'm dedicating my life to finding more chicha. Wow, 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 wow. Good stuff. All right, we've saved the biggest and most expensive bite for last. This is an empanada. Can you believe it? Look at the size of this thing. I ordered the XL empanada because why not? Easily the biggest empanada I've seen during my time in Uruguay or Argentina. This thing is absolutely massive, almost the size of my head. What did we get? Well, I can't tell you the name exactly because I asked one of the chefs what his favorite was, and apparently this one is a mix of shredded beef, bananas, black beans, and cheese. It sounds absolutely incredible. The truck was by far the busiest food stall I've seen all day. There were people lined up, absolutely stacked and packed to get in line for one of these empanadas. They also had arepas on the menu, which is one of my favorite Venezuelan bites. Ooh, almost got run over by a car there. I saw all the people getting empanadas and I thought I had to get one. Very nervous about taking my first big bite because this thing feels piping hot. Mucho caliente, whatever, we ain't got time. The battery's running low. Pow! Oh, get out of here. Oh my God. What? Wow, wow, wow. Okay. incredibly savory on the outside. Delicious corn flavor. It kind of reminds me of the torta fritas, fried, savory, delicious, like that golden brown flavor that you can't even describe. Yo, 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 yo. That's it. Best bite of the day. Stop the presses, stop counting the votes. This thing, absolutely a mind melter. Never had an empanada like this. This thing, it's gotta be close to like 2 pounds. I kid you not. Absolutely filled to the brim. The black beans with the shredded beef, with the banana created this incredibly savory yet sweet combination of flavors. Haven't had anything like this in a very, very long time. Well worth the investment. It certainly was the most expensive item of the day, but well worth it. The shredded beef, incredibly tender, very juicy as well. It's got a lot of flavor to it. Love black beans. I try to get fiber any way I can. But just the outside, the dough presentation, words don't even describe how amazing it is. Light, but yet crispy, but all around amazing. This one here, this is the trophy winner. This is the champ. This is the gold star, gold medal, numero uno bite of the day. This thing also incredibly cheesy as well. It took me a few bites to get to the cheese. It all seems to have kind of pooled around that middle area there, but oh, it's so good. It's so good. This market has completely exceeded all of my expectations. Not only is it gigantic in size, but the amount of food options is absolutely overwhelming. There's no way I'm gonna be able to try everything that looks tasty here. We're gonna have to skip the tacos, we're gonna have to skip the hamburguesas, we're gonna have to skip the churros as well. We just don't have enough room for it, and we don't have enough money either. Aha, this market had everything except street performers, I thought to myself, but then what do I see? And we've got some people busking right over there. This is the part of the video where I feel the need to mention that a certain plant is actually legal to buy and consume here in Uruguay, and you're gonna see a few vendors selling things like brownies and other desserts that are perhaps made with that specific plant. But just so you know, we won't be sampling any of those delicacies today. Not for me. And that's that. My stomach is full, my pocketbook is empty. I think this might be one of the favorite episodes of Market Madness that I've ever recorded. My name's Brent Tim from Montevideo, Uruguay, and I'm saying ciao for now.